One of your jobs in your study set for these words is to come up with at least 7 words that use the OUS suffix. Now, the OUS suffix has a couple of different meanings. We'll talk about that in a moment. Um, you can come to Membean, and I encourage that. Membean's a really good resource for stuff like this. But again, just like with the sentences, you're going to have to read. You're going to have to kind of analyze here a little bit. So, for instance, if I just wanted to get done, then I might be throwing in words like impecunious and supercilious and homologous and superfluous, and nobody's going to know what those words mean. There's no hint within those to understand what those words mean. Yes, we understand that that's a part of speech. Yes, we understand that it's going to be, characterized by, possessing the nature of, whatever that is at the beginning. But I would say that you would want to start to look for words that have something at the beginning of those words that maybe provide some sort of a clue. So I happen to know, well, this one might work a little bit. This word is pronounced circuitous, but if you take off the OUS off the end, you can see the word circuit there. And a circuitous route would be a route that would have the nature of a circuit. So instead of being a direct line to go from here to there, you would go around in a circuit. In other words, it would be in an unnecessarily long or complicated way rather than just the easiest way to get there. So circuitous is one where it has the characteristics of a circuit. But I'm going to drop all the way down to the bottom because I think there's a heavier concentration at the bottom of this list. By the way, look at all those words that I just scrolled by. There are some words down here that we do know. I'm certain that you know the word tremendous and previous and enormous and obvious. So even previous, well, I don't want to get into the word roots and stuff, but so here's a word like adventurous, and this really provides maybe the best example to start off with here. We know what adventure is. And so adventurous is something that has the characteristics of adventure. So in this case, an adventurous person loves trying new things, taking risks. Here's porous. A porous substance has the characteristic of having pores or having many holes. Simultaneous means they happen at the same time. And right up here is synchronous, which also means two events that occur at the same time. Sin meaning same and chron meaning time. So it's characteristics of having the same time. Ominous is a really good one because ominous is predicting or showing that something bad will happen. So it's having the characteristics of not an omen, O-M-I-N, but an omen, O-M-E-N. It's an omen is a bad sign of something. So literally ominous, but they changed to the I to make the word flow better. What are some other rapturous? Rapture is pleasure, excitement. So rapturous would be that characterized by that. Here's a cool one here: ravenous. Ravens will eat anything. Ravens are omnivores and they are scavengers. So they will eat literally anything. And so if you are ravenous, it has to do with the quality of being a raven. And the one quality we're picking up on here is its willingness to eat just about anything. Fortuitous, glutinous. I don't know if you know what gluten is. Gluten is the substance in wheat that kind of makes dough sticky. And so something that is glutinous has gluten. It's thick and sticky and usually not in a very pleasant way. That might be the VOC has to do with vocal. So vociferous is somebody who expresses their opinions, as you can see here, loudly and strongly. They're a little overwhelming vocally here, so they're vociferous. There are some really good words here. You can learn some new words from looking at this if you want to, but those I would look for some of the words that you can make some meaning out of. And then there's another kind of a sister. This is the OUS This is the one that is full of or having. And so now you have sonorous, full of sound, and you have zealous, full of zeal, and you have lustrous, full of luster. Scrupulous is full of scruples, and scruples are, having the willingness to do what's right. Famous is the quality of having fame. Infamous is quality of having fame for doing something bad. Perilous is full of peril. Dangerous is full of danger. Joyous is full of joy. Nervous is full of nerves. Studious is full of study. Wondrous is full of wonder. So you can see that there are many of those words that you could use. Try to be creative and pick some decent ones. But yeah, I would pick at least 7 of those to go on your study set. And you're certainly welcome to do more than 7, but at least 7 of those are U.S. words. So that's it for this section.